Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. I believe, if I remember right, we have a fillet knife to make. We made these scales, well we didn't cut these scales out the other day out of mystery wood, and come to find out, I watched a video, a woodworker video. He saws slabs to make live edge tables and what have you, and he cut this wood that was pretty much exactly like this. Had these black lines through it. It was blonde like this. He called it spalted maple. So we have spalted maple that has been stabilized with cactus juice resin in our vacuum chamber. And I found a piece of micarta. I was going to make some, but this is 4.5 inches. So I think we've got plenty there for our scale liners, so this shouldn't be too tough of a job other than the finish work, you know. But we've got our saw blade. I'm going to draw out a shape of a tang and a blade on a piece of paper. We'll trace it to the saw blade, cut it out. Then we're going to do a little bit of edge work on the blade and get our scales put on, and we may mess with these scales a little bit, or we may leave them the way they are. I'm not sure. You know how I do things sometimes. I just get a wild hair and decide to change up in the middle of the stream. So stick around. I really appreciate you being here, and let's have a little fun. Let's make a fillet knife. guys. Well, after a lot of cutting and grinding and we did some etching, and the video doesn't really, that's the whole trick to doing videos, isn't it? That you don't have this long drug out video. But I've been working on this for the better part of the afternoon. And here's where we are so far on our fillet knife. The etching came out, I think, quite nice on the blade. You can see that, worth a hoot. This is going to be a gift. A friend of mine wanted me to make for her husband. She wanted it for her anniversary this fall. And I'm not positive, but I haven't heard back from her. And I never got a hold of her again because of working on the shop and everything, but I think her anniversary is past. But we'll get it to her in time to give it to her husband for Christmas. Sorry, Pam. We should have probably used a little better communication, but I was busy and it kind of slipped my mind, and I'm sure you must have forgotten about it too, but I'll be getting a hold of her soon. But yes, I think it came out. The overall shape, I think it came out pretty nicely, and I really like the way the etching came out on that blade. So yeah, she looks pretty good, and it's got good flex to it. So it should make a great fillet knife, I hope. So we'll call this one here video number 1 of the fillet knife build. So there she is, and I'm quite happy with it so far. Now we'll take these scales that we made out of this spalted maple, and that's what we're going to put on that blade for scales. I've got a piece of micarta that I made probably earlier this year before the weather got hot while I was still knife making. So we've got our materials. I've got brass pins over there, brass pin material. So our next video, we'll get these scales shaped up, get them pinned to the knife, epoxied with our scale liners and everything, and we should be able to finish this knife up in 2 videos. So pretty much the blade itself is done other than final sharpening. So we just need to get those scales put on there. I'm going to do a little bit more sanding on that blade. It's up to a 1200 grit, but I think we can go a little shinier than that without messing up our etching there. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll probably once we've got the scales on it, then we'll probably do a little bit more sanding and finish work on that blade. Also, the scales will need to be sanded and finished and polished up. So there's still quite a little work to be done just in putting the scales on that fillet knife. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Without you guys watching, I'd have no reason to even have a channel. So, oh, and one more little bit of news here. I was just looking at my channel a little bit ago while I was waiting for this to etch, and I'm up to 97 subscribers. Three more subscribers, and I'll be at 100. So I know it doesn't sound like much when you got people out there that have 3 million subscribers, but 100 subscribers would be a milestone for me. So I'd really appreciate it if you like these videos, if you like what you see. Maybe you learn a little something, although I've said in several videos in the past, this is not a teaching channel. I'm not here to teach you how to do anything. It's just strictly for entertainment. But if you pick something up along the way that you can use, great. And if you see that I'm doing something wrong, give me a comment. Let me know what you think. You know, if there's something I could be doing better, or some different material I could use, or whatever. You know, if you're a knife maker, blade maker, or you just think you have a good idea, let me know in the comments below. And please like and share if you would. and we'll see you on the next one.